Diana sits at a small table, calculator open, checking her bank app again. $60,000 shows on the screen. She exhales slowly. "Not yet," she says. "I need $100,000 first." Across the city, Jerome is in a dimly lit living room, laptop open, transferring money into an index fund. He hesitates for half a second, then clicks confirm. $1,500 disappears into the market. Both earn almost the same salary, Diana at $95,000, Jerome at $98,000. Same city, same job title, same starting point. But one of them feels responsible, the other looks slightly reckless, and right now you would probably trust Diana more with money. That assumption is exactly what this entire story depends on, because one of them is slowly building freedom, and the other is slowly building safety that never turns into freedom. This is Zaki Invests, where money isn't just math, it's psychology, identity, and behavior. And this is where both stories collide. Diana wakes up at 6:30 every morning. Same routine, same coffee, same commute. She is organized, predictable, reliable, the kind of person managers trust during crises. At work, she is praised for being careful, for not taking unnecessary risks. When others speculate about investments, she quietly says, "I'm not ready for that yet." Her bank account grows slowly but steadily, $1,500 saved every month. Friends see her as financially mature, even disciplined. At dinner parties, people ask her for advice. "I just don't want to lose what I've built," she says, and everyone nods. That sounds smart. But inside, there's a small tension she rarely names, a question she avoids. Why does it still feel like I'm not moving forward? She is not struggling. That's the paradox. She is doing everything right and still feels stuck in place. So she keeps waiting for a threshold, $100,000. Then she'll invest. A clean, safe number that will finally make her feel ready. Jerome has the same job title, same meetings, same deadlines. But his relationship with money looks different. He keeps $12,000 in cash, enough for emergencies. After that, money leaves his account quickly. Every month, $1,500 goes into index funds, automatically, no negotiation. At work, people notice. "You invest too much," someone tells him. "You're being aggressive," another says. He shrugs. "I just don't want idle money." He also owns 15% of a small rental apartment partnership, and his portfolio already sits around $140,000 invested. But here's what people don't see. Some nights, he checks the market more than he admits. Not excitement, doubt. Am I exposing myself too much, he wonders? What if I'm the one making the mistake? He doesn't feel reckless, he feels exposed, but he keeps going anyway. Not because he is fearless, because he has decided uncertainty is the price of movement. This difference is not income. It is not intelligence. It is something quieter. Money storage mode versus money deployment mode. Diana's brain treats money as something to protect. Jerome's brain treats money as something to send out into systems that grow. Same $1,500, two completely different mental operating systems. Now look at history. In 1980, $10,000 invested in the S&P 500 becomes roughly $1,100,000 today. But $10,000 sitting in a savings account becomes about $28,000 in real purchasing power. That is a 40x gap, not because one group was smarter, but because one group consistently allowed money to participate in growth systems. Now apply it back. Diana is not losing money. She is preserving it in a low-growth environment. Jerome is not magically earning more income. He's routing the same surplus into compounding systems. Both start with the same monthly $1,500. Year 1. Diana, $18,000. Jerome, $19,000, small market gain included. Year 5. Diana, $90,000. Jerome, approximately $110,000. Year 10. Diana, $180,000. Jerome, $270,000. At this stage, Diana buys something important: stability. She feels proud. She finally reached a number she once set as safe. She tells herself, now I can think about investing. But she doesn't. Life gets busier. Year 20. Diana, $378,000 total savings. Real purchasing power, $232,000. Jerome, $884,000 total portfolio value. He is not living dramatically differently, but he has options: work flexibility, risk tolerance, time freedom. Same starting line, 3.8 times the result. Diana is not wrong. She is right in 3 critical ways. First, an emergency fund is non-negotiable. 3 to 6 months of expenses protects survival. Second, high-interest debt destroys financial progress and must be eliminated first. Third, unstable income requires liquidity more than exposure. The real mistake is not saving. It is stopping after safety is built and calling that neutrality. Because after protection is secured, every extra dollar still sitting idle is a choice, not a necessity. Build a real emergency buffer. 3 to 6 months only. No more expansion beyond that without purpose. Automate a fixed investment flow, even small, so decision fatigue disappears. Redefine ready as behavior, not emotion. If money is stable, deployment begins immediately, not at a future number. What you call financial safety might actually be financial pause. Money doesn't change your life when you save it. It changes your life when it moves. If this changed how you think about money, the next question is simple. What part of your income is still waiting for permission? Next time, we'll look at why people feel guilt when they start investing, even when they're doing everything right.